Well, hello, J.L. Adamson here, welcoming you to a Remodeler's Retirement Planning Guide overview of the National Guardian Life Funeral Expense Trust, the 7-minute webinar, maybe 8. Some of you have already asked, and yes, this is being recorded. Whether live or recorded, look for a special offer at the end with our thanks for attending or viewing this presentation. Think about some of your life's most memorable milestones: getting married, starting a family, getting an education, retiring, or simply saving for something special, a dream vacation perhaps, or a home. These events don't just happen. You consider options, you plan, and you save. Shouldn't the same smart thinking about those milestones apply to funerals too? Planning for one's funeral is not high on most people's lists of priorities, but you can be one of the few who take advantage of the many benefits of prepaying. Many people say they'll get around to it, but never do. But funeral planning can have many valuable perks. It may help with, for example, Medicaid spend down. Your family won't have to pay for those expenses, and remember, this process doesn't have to be overwhelming to make a big impact. By making a few key decisions today, such as setting money aside for the purpose of a funeral, you're paving a smoother road for the ones you love. Since paying funeral costs is one of the benefits of the trust, it's probably helpful to know what those costs could be. This chart provides a comparison of typical burial versus cremation costs depending on your personal preference, and can help you determine just how much to set aside for these expenses. It has become common practice for funeral homes to require payment in full on the day of a memorial service. How will your loved ones pay the expense? Traditional life insurance is one option, but that money is generally intended to cover ongoing family expenses. In addition, there is often a lag between the claim time and the payout, leaving your family to cover costs in the meantime. There's also the possibility of using personal savings, but what if medical costs have depleted that source? A credit card or loan may be an option if credit is available to those planning, but there are interest charges to consider as well. And borrowing money from family or friends, well, that could lead them to unneeded financial strain. There is an easier way. A carefully planned and funded funeral expense plan sets aside money specifically for your funeral. There's no loan, no tapping of personal assets, and by assigning the policy to an irrevocable trust, the money is secure from all creditors. The NGL Funeral Expense Trust is packaged very simply with an NGL single-pay whole life insurance policy, and it is offered free of charge. Irrevocably assign your policy to this trust in the same transaction as your purchase, and the money is immediately transferred, so it is not counted as an asset during Medicaid qualification. Here's how the process works. Determine the amount of money you'll need to provide the funeral you want, and purchase a whole life insurance policy in that amount or a little higher as you consider longevity in your family history, as well as the effect of inflation on your dollars. Then simply assign the policy to the NGL Funeral Expense Trust. By irrevocably assigning this policy to the trust becomes owner and beneficiary, and the funds become excluded from your assets, protecting them from creditors and possibly Medicaid. The policy amount increases tax-free until it is needed, and it is free from probate costs and delays. It's also quickly paid out to the funeral provider to immediately cover expenses, and then any excess funds are dispersed to your estate. Even if you have the funds on hand now, who's to say that they will still be readily available in your time of need? Take, for example, long-term care. It's a major expense and a growing concern as we age. In fact, there is a 70% chance that a person 65 or older will need long-term care, an expensive situation to be in. You may need medical assistance to help pay for this care, but will you qualify? By using a trust to set aside funds for your funeral, you are effectively spending down your assets, preventing them from being counted as excess monies and possibly from being disqualified from Medicaid. The NGL Funeral Expense Trust can help protect your assets against probate, lawsuits, creditors, income tax, and possibly Medicaid spend down. The benefits are paid directly and immediately to the funeral home, avoiding probate delays and sparing your family any additional stress. And compared to the most popular financial planning options, which are subject to income tax, the Funeral Expense Trust is income tax free. National Guardian Life Insurance Company, or NGL, is a mutual company based in Madison, Wisconsin. With over a 100-year history of providing excellent service and financial stability, they are proud to be a company you can trust. NGL continues to be one of the most highly rated companies in the industry, rated A Excellent by AM Best, the gold standard in independent review companies. This rating reflects the excellent ability of NGL to meet its ongoing insurance policy and contract obligations, and further attests to their financial strength. You're just 3 easy steps away from peace of mind. Start by contacting your Adamson associate at adamsonassociates.com, and once you've decided on your financial plan, establish a trust-protected insurance policy from existing funds or by transferring from traditional life insurance. If you decide to pre-plan in addition to pre-fund, ask for an NGL funeral planning guide. This easy-to-follow guide will help you record basic information your family will need, as well as allow you to outline any wishes you may have for a funeral service. You may even decide someday to meet with a funeral planning professional to make a more detailed plan. It is also highly recommended that you make family members aware of your new NGL policy. Don't wait. Today is the perfect time to start funding your funeral. And as a thank you for your time today, I mentioned a special offer. You know, we love our wealth managers, accountants, and especially our attorneys. They are, after all, the associates in our name. If you need one, ask us for a referral. We know some good ones. That said, we know some of you have no estate plans. No matter how talented or necessary they might be, you simply aren't going to an attorney. So with their permission, Adamson Associates has invested in the fastest growing, most comprehensive digital estate planning software in the country that's not available to the general public. And we would like you to try it out for free. Your NGL Funeral Expense Trust will be just one part of your comprehensive estate plan. Our user-friendly software quickly and easily can generate the rest in a way that is attorney-drafted and state-specific. So why not try before you buy? And again, it's with our thanks. Kathy and I especially like the secure online document vault option for safe yet easy access our trustee can use when we are gone. However, while we're still alive, it also allows us to review and amend our estate planning documents, not including our irrevocable trusts, of course, as often as we like, without having to do anything with a lawyer. And when you see the tremendous value for you and your next generation, and when you decide then to make the investment, please ignore the published full price on our website, myestateplandocuments.com, and ask for the NGL discount. We are Adamson Associates. We're here for you, for your business, and beyond.